Now I'm going to demonstrate a couple of different ways that you can practice the 16th Note Essential Elements page. You can keep them steady and just keep repeating. That's one great way to make sure that you are subdividing correctly. Another way is to start slowly and gradually speed them up. And you don't want to go so fast that it gets super sloppy and a giant mess, but you want to push yourself to get better and go faster, right? So let's try number 3. And I'm going to start slow and gradually speed that one up. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and So always remember that note values are different than tempo. We can play all these notes at different speeds. Let's do one more like that. I'm going to do number 6. And same way. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and. Another way you can practice these is with a metronome. It's great that you understand where the pulse is. If you want to use a metronome to make sure that it's super precise, you can do that. There are a lot of apps for your smartphone that are metronome apps, or you can buy a standalone metronome. It's basically keeping the beats per minute for you. I'm going to start out at 50 beats per minute, and this is just giving me the pulse, just like I've been doing when I count the exercises off. I'm going to use the practice pad because it's harder to hear the metronome when I'm playing directly on the snare drum, unless I put a earpiece in. So you can hear the click going. I'm going to play number 3 with the metronome. So if that pulse is our quarter note, then we are dividing like so. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, so 50 beats per minute is pretty slow, right? An easier way to hear this might be to make it tap eighth notes for you. Now we have the metronome counting eighth notes for us. We can hear the 2 different sounds. So there are 8s, 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. There's our guide. I can also watch the metronome to help me stay on track. Here I go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, so that's another way that you can practice if you would like. I really don't think it's necessary to use the metronome at first. If you are trying to stay with a metronome going really slow, it's pretty hard. It can make it very challenging, but a lot of people do like to practice with the metronome, and it's a great tool, and I think it is a great thing to practice with. Most recordings now are done with they call a click track, which is basically a metronome keeping time, and you have to play along with it. So it's really good to be able to do that. All right.